vibaya. Akasema wewe kwani kazi yako ni kutomba tomba tu. Imagine akinishika my private area, akisema hivyo, akaanza kushika my pregnant belly without my consent. Oh, congratulations, and a rub. Never rub a woman's pregnant belly without their consent, number one. When ulimpatia mbona unashika kama nani? No, unashika people's space, boundaries. Nika kuna watu wajuangi happen 2021. Ooh, it was the worst year. As in hata sijui normal person angekufia tu. To be honest, I am strong. Hapana. So I regret ever saying hi. There are a lot of issues with the Sexual Offences Act. We need to make noise and rally for the MPs to make amendments to some of these laws just so that the victims can get justice.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, kindly hit that subscribe button, and thank you guys for 2,000 subscribers. Tuende sasa road to 3K. So guys, leo niko na a lady mwenye anataka kupeana experience yake, anaitwa ALVINA, si ndio?
Yes.
Anaitwa ALVINA. Okay, anataka kupeana experience yake, could her introduce herself, alafu atuambie hiyo experience yake.
Yes, so nishike moto nishike. So, my name is ALVINA GACHUGU. I am an actress, singer. Nimekuwa industry from 2010. Kwa shows like Jameni, Hapa Kule and the likes, and for a long time with things that happen in life or even happen to anyone or to me, I've always been very vocal. I don't believe in just letting things slide or silence, because kuna quote mupenda sana ya Abraham Lincoln anasemanga, if you keep quiet in situations of injustice, then you've taken the side of the oppressor. So mini wale, if something happens in society, we have to be part of the change, we have to contribute to it, na sio tu kuongea, through actions as well. So why I'm here, I just like to raise awareness about sexual abuse and sexual assault, which is not an easy thing. So while I'm here, I just like to raise awareness about sexual abuse, sexual assault, which is not an easy thing to do, because it happens to many people out there. These people are our sisters, our daughters, our mothers or aunties, and many of the people that it happens to don't have the courage to speak up, because most of the time people don't get justice for such things. Burden of proof always falls with the victim, and it's very sad. So there was an event organized by artists on the 18th of December. It was an artist get together. We were to network, help each other, work and in work opportunities na vitu kama hizo. So I decided, hey, it's been a while, let me come to the event. And I saw my former drama teacher tukiwa Wasanii restaurant during karaoke, and said, let me say hi. You know how you feel when you see your teacher, ulikuwa a child and then someone used to train you. Of course kuna ile admiration, ile respect. So I regret ever saying hi. How dare you? When I went to say hi with a group of people, and actually he was standing and there were people around, kuna watu walikuwa wameketi, wengine wamesimama, like it's an event, and that time people are just talking, just networking, drinking and all that, karaoke. So kumsalimia, he was with a friend of his hapo, kanishika shoulder like, my student, ulikuwa State House ama Moi Girls? He didn't even remember which school I was in, and I was like, State House ama what? I was in Moi Girls. Akaniambia, hey, I handle a lot of students, a lot of girls, so I don't remember. Okay. Akambia the person who he was with, who is mbia, do you know her? Do you know this girl? I was like, this one, I have a crush on her and she has a crush on me. So mi nikashanga juu I'd never met him before. We only talked online because, like I said, he used to sell Heartstrings Kenya tickets. I used to watch their plays, so that's why I had his number from 2008 when I was around 15 years old. So yeah, he had been inappropriate before, like in text, just hinting and jabbing. Oh, I love your hard work, your zeal, I want to marry you one day and all that. I'd made it clear that I didn't see him that way because I saw his profile picture and gone, ni baba ya mtu huyu, ama ya watu, wana family man, sitaki VG baba in my life. Sikuwa natafuta sponsor or anything. I pay my own bills, I do my own things. So knows, like, you know, I've had quite the hectic year 2021. A lot of things happened to me. We can't go into detail about it here juu itakuwa series itakuwa movie, but a lot of things happened 2021. Ooh, it was the worst year, as in hata sijui normal person angekufia tu, to be honest. I am strong, ai hapana. So yeah, nilikuwa nimekoniwa, just a lot happened, you know, a pregnancy, just a lot. So I've just been overwhelmed by a lot of things that have happened to me. So akaanza kushika my pregnant belly without my consent. Oh, congratulations, and a rub. Never rub a woman's pregnant belly without their consent, number one. When do ulimpatia mbona unashika kama nani? No, unashika people's space, boundaries. Nika kuna watu wajuangi that. So yeah, that's when akaangalia chini akanotiza ya niko na Paul, then akaniangalia vibaya, akasema wewe kwani kazi yako ni kutomba tomba tu? Imagine akinishika my private area akisema hivyo, and I was like, the audacity, like nili move backwards nikamwambia excuse. Sasa imagine uko na ball una try ku move na nyuma, like it's so hard, you know. Nikamwambia hey, how can you talk like that? You're my trainer, I've always had respect for you, surely like that is uncalled for. Akasema hii kwani trainer na mboro si ulikataa kunipatia? I'm like, what the? It just shocked me so much because this is a person I had a lot of respect for, a person I really looked up to, and this is the kind of behavior he pulls. That time Odo kwa tu hapo asemi kitu, and the other people there, nobody did anything. They can see me being harassed, they can see it happen, but nobody is effecting to any change. People are just minding their own business. I mean, it does not matter. Wasani, we come together, mtu kukiwa na illnesses, kukiwa na funeral, we are together in this. But when push comes to shove, real matters in society, do we come together for that? There are so many problems that go on, but people don't speak up because wanaogopa vile people are never there for them. Do you know there are a lot of issues with the Sexual Offences Act? We need to make noise and rally for the MPs to make amendments to some of these laws just so that the victims can get justice. I'll not go details into this, but it's just very hard that I had to deal with something like that, and I'm still having to deal with it. And I was slut shamed for carrying a pregnancy. This is a person I've not seen for over 10 years, doesn't know me, doesn't know my life, assumes they know me. Just because a woman is carrying evidence of sex does not mean she's the only guilty party. It takes two. So you can't start touching her inappropriately and judging her for carrying a pregnancy. We judge people for aborting, yet we judge people for carrying pregnancy. We judge too much. Like nini? Then we say mtoto anakuja na sahani yake. Yet we are not part of the peace of mind that that person should have. Creating is a beautiful thing. Women have been given that capability. Yet ni wangapi hapa nje wapati support? Unasikia Hamisi is a dead single mother. Like everyone came from a womb. Hata wewe mwenye unawachi, whether you like it or not, you came from the same place. You all came from women, but we're not respecting our women. We're not uplifting them. Because even when I spoke up about this, there are some people who attacked me. Oh, you know, a man can be falsely accused. Why are we so quick to defend someone, yet the victim is the one who's spoken up? We're quick to defend the criminals with so much passion. Ask yourself, what does someone gain by saying, hey, you were inappropriate, I didn't like it, please? Like, hiyo si kitu poa kwa mental health ya mtu, na hakuna kitu mtu ana gain with such a statement. Because at the end of the day, kwa hii industry, we want to help each other, you know, have jobs na vitu kama hizo. Directors hawataki drama, hawataki story mob. So actually si gain na lose. So nilikuwa too disappointed by people saying me too shenanigans, vitu kama hizo. Those are rapey vibes. Those are people who are angry because women started speaking out. And again, it's not only women who can be raped or assaulted. It can happen even to a man. So before we say anything, jiulize we mwenye. Number one, is it true? Number two, is it necessary? Number three, is it kind? Now, let's do better, please. Men, women, everyone, let's do better. You can't just go touching people and insulting them the way you want. Just tuheshimiane kama binadamu, and let's have love for one another. Is that so hard? That's what I'd like to share.
Listening to you, like, I can feel you're very hurt. Is it something that has ever happened to you, like, before? Ama ni kitu ile happened once?
Unfortunately, we have a lot of sexual assault and rape and things like this that happen. Like I said, we don't get justice for it because of the burden of proof, and it truly is a burden. Proving as a victim, it's the hardest thing to do. So watu waache kutetea the criminals, because actually it's easier for them to get away with such things. So yes, this has happened to me before, and that's why it's painful, and that's why I couldn't let such a act. Someone can see it's a small thing, kushika too. I couldn't let him get away with it, because there are things that have happened to me and I never got justice for it. So I'm a keyboard warrior, but you know, maybe easy, maybe hypotheticals. Kuna actual victims speaking out saying, hey, this happened to me, nisikizeni. Can't we just listen and try to contribute to positive change than be quick to defend criminals?
Okay, sasa na the person mwenye walikuwa na kushika, have you guys maybe met, mmeongea ama wamekudismiss?
I felt dismissed, because for the longest time I had reached to a lady who's in charge of an organization, and she had been trying to plan a meetup between me, the guy's friend, her, and the one in charge of the event. But since then, Mara Somalia, Sijui Coast, Mara, like stories for days and days. So I'm the one who still has to sleep at night with that heavy burden. So if we were to meet up, bado hatuja meet up. So I'm the one still here, still hurting. So yeah.
I would also want you to like ueleze mtu mwenye ajui sexual assault, kwa sababu I feel like there are people that don't know what it means, because I think kuna difference ya sexual assault na kuna difference ya hiyo na rape. I would like you to kuelezea, like elezea hizo zinamaanisha nini.
What I can say is, kuna mtu ajangalia hii video atafute the British police explained sexual assault using T. That's the simplest video to explain. Watu wanajua consent ni nini na watu wanajifanya wajinga. Tuache kujifanya wajinga. Common sense. You can see clearly through body language when someone says no. Things like sexual assault, you don't touch anyone inappropriately. Are you their husband? Even if you're their husband, bado kama ataki. Tuache kulazimisha, tuache kuforce issues. And of course rape is when it's involved all the way to penetration, and even that is still hard to prove, because come on, are you raped in broad daylight? Are you raped in front of people? No. So still again, burden lies with the victim, because akishindwa kuprove watu wanasema oh alikuwa tu anaongea oh la. Like those people who have been talking kwanza hata kwa group and whatever, like can you come on camera and back up your words? Because most of you niliwa confront kando, and I even some called me, and they took back their words. So in public forum, we want to pretend to, we are objective, but you know, you can accuse falsely. Yet, whatever you've been presented with, already shows, hey, something actually was done. Like, there was an issue that happened. So why are we quick to defend criminals? That's what I don't get. Yes, the law says innocent until proven guilty. How do you prove that? That is the problem. Do you rape someone when there is an audience, Ama? So as to prove it didn't happen? No. Legally, it cannot be proven. But still, as humans, we know what is right and what is wrong. Tuache kujifanya wajinga. You can't just go touching people's boobs, touching people's private areas. Can you do that? And if you want to know, people have double standards. People in this country are still very homophobic. Unasikianga hata mtu akisema, I used to have a boyfriend who used to say mtu gay afai kumsalimia hata mkono. So if someone already knows they feel uncomfortable with their space because they think, oh, this person because they are gay, they'll hit on me. Sasa imagine how other people, especially women, feel every day, men coming into our space, every time, feeling entitled to our bodies. It's not yours. It's my body. I have my choice. Kuna kitu tulifunzwa personal space. Go Google that, because most people don't know personal space. You can be talking to someone uko hapa. Personal space, respect. Hata naona with COVID guidelines, 6 feet. Please. Mtu akiniongelesha mimi nataka 6 feet, because ni kama watu wana heshima. If it in your head it makes sense that unaongelesha mtu unaanza kushikashika, then you have a problem. See a psychologist.
Okay, what are the steps zenye uli take after that experience? Ni steps gani uli take to make sure you get your justice? Ama even your peace of mind?
I'm still trying to have a peace of mind, because unfortunately in this country justice is expensive. I'm just saying it as it is. For you to get some things done, some simple things, kuna vitu kwa ground hapa which are very, very, So what I did is I reported, of course. I made sure there's a written statement about the same, because without reporting, without proof, then there's nothing. I reported, and there's a witness who wasn't afraid to speak up, and we have the witness statement on record as well. And I'm still trying to follow up with the police. But like I said, the hardest thing to do is to prove that someone actually did something, not that they did not. So tuache kutetea the wrong party, and let's not jump on the bandwagon of hype or clickbait or vitu kama hizo tukisema oh cloud chasing kiki. I gain nothing from this. I really don't. I'd rather be at home resting, focusing on when this baby is gonna come. You know, like this is not helping me in any way, to be honest. But I want to raise awareness. Whoever has gone through this and is feeling alone, like I would understand when people took some drastic measures, you know. It's so much hurt. Like, how can we heal as a society? How can we spread more love? Reporting, I can't really say if it helps or not, but that is a step I took. I tried to follow the law, and also trying to get a meeting with this person. But if they're already denying, if you can't be true to yourself, if you can't have some integrity, how am I expected to heal? You know, that's the main issue here. So if you do something wrong, own up to it, because if that person had owned up to it, it wouldn't have come to this. You know, hey, I'm sorry that this happened this way. But maybe by sometimes all it takes is someone admitting and saying sorry. Because in the past, it has happened to me. From time to time, there's some incidences where I didn't get justice. But there's this one particular incident where I confronted the person, and they were actually very apologetic. And they were like, yes, I remember very well that night. I remember this and this. Because he remembers he's the one who initiated, and I did not want it. I said no, body language, everything. And like, he was so remorseful, and is like, whatever will contribute to your healing journey. Because someone like that, it already happened. I don't have any fluids or whatever to go and prove that, hey, this guy took advantage, you know. But he owned up to it. And it meant so much for someone to say, you know what, actually, no, I did something wrong. It happened then. It was not a good thing, and I'll never do something like that again, and I'm sorry that I contributed to any trauma that you may have. I hope this helped in your healing. So simple. And he was not afraid to type that. That is a message I have with him. So if you know umekosea mtu, please just be honest, own up. Like, is it so hard? Don't be muggy, just own up. Say, hey, Alvina, ni ukweli nilikukosea, by the way. Mi kusema ukweli nilikuwa nataka. Like, is that so hard? Like, just say, mi kusema ukweli, mimi nikikuona, bana, like, but iza kama nilikuumiza. That's it. Like, simple. Yeah.
Sawa. Tukimalizia, Alvina, I'd like you to kuambia watu penye watakupata, kama ni social media ama kama ni YouTube, you tell people, na plus your, you know, your last words.
I'd just like to say thank you for giving me this platform to be able to speak. Speaking is part of healing. As a society, we're not communicating enough. To grow up in households where it's frowned upon. We don't talk about some taboo topics, sex, vitu kama hizo. Watu wako na machungu huko nje, but they don't show it. They don't show it until it reflects on other areas in your work or in your relationships, you know. So let's be honest, let's communicate more, let's create safe spaces for conversations about such hard matters as this. This was not easy. I know there'll be opposing parties, but you can find me on Instagram at ALVINA GACHUGU, YouTube also, ALVINA GACHUGU, everywhere too, all my platforms. You can reach out to me there. Namba sipatiani unless unatuma M-Pesa. But please, like, just lend a listening ear. That's all we need sometime. Watu wanakufa na depression daily, surely. Ni vitu kama hizi ndio zina cause depression. Sidanganyi vitu kama hizi. I'm still hurt. Own up. Thank you. And if anyone out there is going through a tough time, you know, tough times don't last, but tough people do. I almost lost my life last year because of so many things that were happening, but I'm still here and I'm still fighting. And such things gave me more fuel to keep fighting. So don't ever feel like you're alone. Don't listen to the naysayers. As long as you stand by your truth, at the end of the day, truth prevails. Even if some things cannot happen the way we want them to, there is a God. He's watching everything. Like, come on. Karma is real, goes around.